Hi there, Chris here. I'm just going to run through the hot and cold races feature, give a couple of examples, and hopefully help people who've never used it before understand what it's for. So, a bit of an overview first. The feature is used to identify races that are producing either good, which is hot, or bad, which is cold, run since. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by reading out descriptions. You can obviously do that yourself. I'll just give a couple of examples and you can then apply your own logic. The one thing I would say at this stage is, like a lot of the features on the site, these are time-saving devices. They can do the job of, hours of studying, at the click of a button by filling in your preferences. So I'm looking today, first of all. I like the horse to have finished in the first three. Within the last 90 days. I sort by wins, runs, and places, and I like at least three runs to have happened since the race, so that you can, judge it with some merit. Do that and then click go, and it pulls up runners and races that match your specifications. So top of the list is Parlour Games. Went today in the 325 at Newmarket. Now I know that horse actually lost at short enough price, which indicates what I was saying. Really, you're always going to need to investigate further. There's no such thing as a guaranteed winner based purely because it came out of a hot or cold race. Um, but looking at the run itself, just to show you how the feature works, it's identified that there's been three runs since this race was run on the 20th of April. Parlour Games won it, as we know. Brown Panther and Malice on Mischief have both come out and won since. This performance breakdown by quality of race shows you that one of them was in a Class 3 and one was in a Class 4. So certainly nothing to put you off Parlour Games there. But as it turns out, it didn't win. So, but looking further down there, Galatian did win, and it was at a decent price. I think it was about 8-1. So there, that's the other side of the coin. This could also have merited exploration. Again, by clicking the link, takes you through, and you can see that Norville and Absoluti, who importantly finished behind Galatian, have since won. So it doesn't do Galatian's chances any harm. So the different links, you've got today's race, which takes you through to today's race card. The horse itself, you can go and study its form that way. The hot and cold run is the race that is considered hot or cold. And these other things, position, we specified in our query that we wanted it to be in the first three, so as you can see, everything that's listed is either first, second, or third. Runs, wins, places is self-explanatory. The only thing that's a bit disappointing for this example is sometimes you can see wins, maybe 4 or 5, which really does, in my opinion, boost the chances of a horse if they're coming out of a race like that, particularly if they've beaten a few handy sorts. So the data we entered is saved down the bottom here. We can change it just to show you the cold for today. Everything else leave it the same. And the top one that's pulled up, the cold in particular, I think is a real angle to come in at if you're looking for lays, because using this top one, Lucadia, and I do have the hindsight that I know it lost, but being honest, I did look this morning as well. So this horse is ran in a race on the 31st of March, maiden hurdle at Cork, finished third. The first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth have all since come out and not even been placed. So again, it's not a guarantee that Lucadia is going to lose. Certainly not, because it could be going up against, similarly poor horses, or horses coming out of similarly poor races. So there's no guarantees again, but it certainly would merit worth looking at the race, in my opinion. The fact that Lucadia has finished third, people often look at it, simply the form line, when you look at it here, it's finished unplaced 7th, 5th, and then 3rd. So a lot of people, the forecast price 4 to 1, is that based on the fact it finished 3rd? If it is it worth taking on? And that's the purpose of the feature. It's angles and ideas and a time-saving device. So again, you can quickly flick through the rest of them there, and if there's anything catches your eye, you can click any of the links and explore it a bit further. Let's look at a couple of examples quickly for races that are not necessarily producing runners today. So we'll just leave everything else at cold, change that to no, click go. The top one that comes up is a Navan Maiden Hurdle, which has produced 24 runs since. So 24 of the horses in it have since ran, and on their next run, not one of them won, but 5 of them did place. So again, that's open to your own interpretation. I like looking for ones that have produced no places even, because they're, particularly bad. That's an angle I would sometimes use. So just to show you a hot one and maybe applying some different criteria, let's say a hot race within the last, let's change it to 30 days, and let's say it's a maiden flat race. So the one that comes at the top is this maiden at Newbury. There have been 10 horses who ran in that race, have since came out, and 4 of them won. So again, you can explore further. You can open it up and have a look. First thing that strikes my eye here is that 3 of the wins have came in Class 5. The maiden itself was Class 4, so to be honest, that's nothing magnificent in my eyes. So I would let that one go and perhaps go on and have a look at the next one. Another Newbury race, this time a Class 4 maiden, again 2 Class 5 winners since. Second and third have won, as well as the 7th at a decent price. So if I decided, right, okay, I like the look of it, I'm not saying I do, but if I did, I could easily follow the race by clicking notify me, save that into my personal database, and be notified of horses coming out the race, and maybe take it a step further. Similarly, if you want to save just a horse out of one of the races, you do it that way. So look at one last one. Let's see that this is another maiden. It's produced nice profit as you followed all the horses out of it. You'd have made 11 points at SP. The top horse has won, and quite a few of the horses below have won. So, certainly when Hayward Girl and Poetic Dancer come out again, they could possibly be worth looking at. Don't think either of them are due to go today, no. So, let's say we wanted to just save that horse, notify me, add it in, and we'll be told next time Poetic Dancer comes out. I should have put a note in saying, maybe a hot race or something like that. And that's really an overview of the feature. It's simple to use once you use it. Let's just change some criteria quickly to show you again. Let's say we're now looking for bumpers that are producing good form. Nothing at the moment of any real interest there. You can set the criteria to look for the last year. So this Southall bumper produced 4 winners, and again, sometimes you've missed the boat. All these horses have ran a good few times since, so as we say, maybe nothing else to go on there. But I hope that's given you a couple of ideas. At any time, if you want to, just click the help section, and there's some more help there and a couple of examples and so on. And if you're struggling, just give me a mail, and I'll try and help you if I can. Alright, cheers. Bye.